Hitting your first $100,000 is widely considered the hardest milestone in the entire wealth-building journey. It represents the first plateau, the point where you've proven you have the discipline to save, but now you face a new challenge: learning how to manage significant capital. Once you cross the six-figure mark, the math of your money changes. You are no longer in the phase of just saving for a rainy day. You are in the phase where your money can finally start compounding at a rate that begins to rival your paycheck. However, if you don't pivot your strategy immediately, you risk letting that momentum stall or watching taxes and inflation eat away at your hard-earned progress. Let's look at the specific moves you need to make the moment your balance hits $100,000 to ensure this milestone becomes the springboard to your first million. First, conduct a capital inventory. You must know exactly where this $100,000 lives. Is it sitting in a single checking account? Is it concentrated in one stock or one type of asset? The biggest risk right now is poor allocation. Many people reach this number and leave too much in cash because seeing that large sum in the bank feels safe. But cash is a leaking bucket. Inflation guarantees its value will slowly erode. At the same time, having everything in a volatile single stock is like holding a winning lottery ticket you're too afraid to cash. Your job now is to transition from a saver collecting dollars to a manager allocating capital. This means looking at your money as a portfolio, not just a balance. Immediately fortify your emergency fund. Your life likely looks different than when you started. Recalculate your essential monthly expenses: rent, groceries, loan minimums, insurance. Multiply that by at least 6. This is your new safety reserve. If your core expenses are $3,500 a month, your emergency fund should be at least $21,000. Move this amount into a separate high-yield savings account. This money is not an investment. It is insurance. This fortified base camp gives you the psychological stability to invest the rest of your capital without fear. You will not be forced to sell assets at a loss because your refrigerator breaks. This step locks in your foundational security. Next, address debt with a strategic lens. The rules shift here. High-interest debt like credit cards above 7% is still an emergency. Eliminate it completely. But what about a student loan at 4% or a mortgage at 3%? This is your first true capital allocation decision. Paying off that debt gives you a guaranteed, risk-free return equal to the interest rate. Investing the money instead offers a potential higher return, but with risk. At this level, many choose a hybrid path. They take half of any extra monthly cash and make additional principal payments on the debt. They invest the other half. This satisfies the mathematical mind and the emotional need for progress. It sharpens your thinking from "debt is bad" to "what is the most efficient use of this capital?" Maximize every tax-advantaged account available to you right now. This is a non-negotiable accelerator. If you haven't maxed out your IRA for the year, use your capital to do so. If your 401k isn't at the annual limit, adjust your contributions to get there, using your savings to cover the temporary reduction in your paycheck. The power here isn't just the immediate tax deduction. It's the decades of tax-free or tax-deferred growth on dividends and compounding. A dollar growing untaxed for 30 years is worth multiples of a dollar growing in a regular brokerage account. If you have access to an HSA, treat it as the ultimate account. Contribute the maximum, invest those funds, and pay medical costs out of pocket if you can. Let that HSA compound untouched for decades. These accounts are the engines of the wealthy. You must fuel them fully. Now, simplify and harden your investment strategy. How you got to $100,000 matters. If you got here by picking a few winning stocks, I need you to pause. The stakes are higher now. A 30% loss on $10,000 is a setback. A 30% loss on $100,000 can derail your confidence and your plan. This is the precise moment to shift the core, the majority of your portfolio, into low-cost, broad market index funds. Think an S&P 500 fund or a total stock market fund. This is not giving up. This is graduating. You are swapping the stress of picking winners for the power of owning the entire market. Your returns will match the market's returns, which historically outpace most professional stock pickers over time. Your single most important job is to keep your money invested. A simple, boring portfolio is the best tool for that job. Build your personal, legal, and financial infrastructure immediately. You are no longer a person with just a bank account. You are the CEO of a $100,000 enterprise. That enterprise needs a basic operating system. Do you have a will? If you have a spouse, children, or any strong wishes, you must. Dying without one means a judge decides where your money goes. It's a simple, inexpensive document, get it done. Next, organize your digital life. Use a password manager. Create a single document listing all your accounts, insurance policies, and key contacts. Tell one trusted person where to find it. Finally, review your insurance. Is your term life insurance adequate if someone depends on your income? Is your disability insurance in place? This is the unglamorous, critical work of protecting what you've built from life's uncertainties. It is the foundation everything else rests upon. Consciously freeze your lifestyle inflation. This is the greatest test of your discipline. You will feel an intense pull to upgrade your life. You've earned it. The new car, the luxury apartment, the designer wardrobe. Recognize this feeling, then act against it. A one-time reward like a nice vacation is fine, but upgrading your fixed monthly overhead is a wealth killer. That $500 more in rent or a $400 car payment is not just a monthly expense. It is capital that can no longer compound for you. The math is brutal. An extra $500 invested every month for 30 years at a 7% return becomes over $600,000. Your $100,000 is a seedling. Do not dig it up to buy a fancy vase. Let your confidence come from your financial statement, not your Instagram feed. Live below your new means and let your wealth grow invisible and quiet. Initiate a search for a capital deploying income stream. Your $100,000 is now an employee that works for you 24/7. It's time to hire a second employee. Use the security and mental space your capital provides to build or acquire an income stream that isn't tied to your time. This could mean using your professional skills to consult for a few hours a week. It could mean creating a simple digital product. It could mean researching and investing in a small, cash-flowing asset like a vending machine route or a fraction of a rental property through a platform. The goal is not exhaustion. The goal is to create a system where money is coming in from multiple directions. This accelerates your journey to $200,000 and builds resilience. Your day job builds the capital. Your side systems multiply it. Finally, project the math forward. This is the most motivating step. Open a spreadsheet or use an online compound interest calculator. Input your $100,000. Assume a conservative 7% annual return. See that in 10 years, without adding another dollar, it could grow to nearly $200,000. Now add in your monthly investment. If you add just $1,000 a month, that number in 10 years jumps to over $300,000. This exercise transforms abstract discipline into a visual future. It shows you that the first $100,000 was the hardest lift. The next $100,000 will be faster, powered by your existing capital working alongside your savings. This is the moment compound interest stops being a theory and starts being a tangible force on your side. You are now partnering with time. Your immediate action plan is clear. This milestone is not a finish line. It is the starting line for a different race. A race where patience and consistency beat brilliance and frenzy every single time. You have proven you can save. Now, prove you can steward. The next chapter is not about working harder for your money. It's about ensuring your money starts working just as hard for you.